Welcome to the Sulk Stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Hanging out. Being cool. Being chill. Being calm. Had a good Thanksgiving. Relaxed with family. Maybe got drunk. I drank a little moonshine. It was strange. It was different. But I had a good one. I had a good Thanksgiving, so thanks for asking. I know you guys are interested in my life and how you guys can make it better. I really do appreciate that. You're doing a great job. You pat yourselves on the back because you are the best cult that I've ever had. And that's saying something. It definitely is saying something. Tonight we're going to be talking about something cheery because, you know, it doesn't need to be so sad all the time around here. So we're talking about societal collapse and how men are absolutely pulling out because they've had it. They've just had it. They just fucking had it. You know, years and years of being just shit on and, you know, pushed aside and being told they're privileged and, you know, check your privilege, white man. What are you doing working on that sewer? Being that cop, getting stabbed, making $50,000 a year. You're privileged. So a lot of them are pulling out completely, just, you know, playing video games, hanging out on the internet, you know, maybe watching OnlyFans or you know, making their own money in some certain way, gambling on crypto, and it is gambling. Don't be like, oh no, it's actually very sound. It's not. Don't be fucking stupid. It's not. It's not fucking sound. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know, I don't want to dash all your hopes and dreams right at the get-go. You're like, John, it's Christmas time. Why do you have to destroy my dreams now? Why now? Because reality is important. And I want you to know. It's a scam. It is a gambling thing, right? That's all it is. And one day they'll probably pull the rug out. Or it'll just collapse on its own or some bullshit like that. Don't think you're too smart to get scammed because everybody can get scammed, no matter how smart you are. So with that jolly introduction, let's just get on into it, huh? Get your liquor ready and pour it deep. Make sure, and then, you know, a Jack and Coke or whatever, what have you, and put a floater on top of that. Get drunk. It's the holidays. This is what it's for. When the sun is low in the sky and it's cold outside, you don't. The night comes early. What are you supposed to do? You just sit there and you get hammered. Just get hammered. It's a lost art form. People getting drunk. People being poetic when they're, you know, 3 sheets to the breeze. It doesn't happen anymore, right? Everyone's too lame. Gen Z is too lame to get drunk anymore, right? They're like, I understand it's expensive and stuff like that, but no, they're like, I have to be on the computer a lot. I have to watch my things. I can't go out and socialize. No, you need to get blind, stoned drunk and start reevaluating your life. You've been sober for too long. This is advice from Daddy Sulk. This is advice from Daddy Sulk. Now, please take it to heart. Anyways, get comfy, get cozy, put your feet up, sit next to a fire, and enjoy it. You know, those few moments you have during your life when you don't have to fucking flip out constantly and stress. You're with me. I'll nuzzle you. I'll be like, I'll bring you into my breast, and I'll be like, here, come on, little baby. I'll feed you. Come on, little baby. If you're working, keep working, but I hope you're not. And if you're driving, keep driving safely. But again, I hope you're not. Drive safely if you are. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk Stream. And
what if I told you?
This is called Men Are Relaxing as Society Collapses Around Them. Enjoy. Oh, there we go. Oh, I gotta resize this. Sorry. I'll be more prepared next time. No, I won't. That was a lie. I lied to you.
you that the very society that spent decades telling
There we go.
men they were
Good enough.
toxic, unnecessary, and the root of all problems is
Good enough. Good enough. Just like this guy's audio quality, which is honestly, it's subpar. I'm gonna give him it's subpar audio quality. But I listened to the whole thing, so it must have something to say.
now quietly panicking because
Who's
those
here?
same men have simply stopped
Ardent
showing up.
Freeside, despite Rem.
What if the collapse
Selvis. Hey, Selvis.
we're watching unfold isn't some
Shimo, let's
dramatic
go Sulk
apocalypse with
Sensei.
fire and
Sensei.
chaos, but something
Sensei.
far more subtle and devastating? Millions of men choosing peace over participation.
Tyrone says, I'm 12 beers deep and 3 nose candies, my friend. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're gonna get some fun stuff out of Tyrone Watermelon Day.
Relaxation over
Fun.
rescue, and their own sanity over a system that openly hates them.
I'll nuzzle you, Freeside. Do you want to get nuzzled? I'll nuzzle you good. You know, look, I mean, I don't have much to offer. I landed Jess, and it's my nuzzling skills. It's my nuzzling talents. What else? What else do I have?
Stay with me until the very end.
What else?
Because by the time we're done here, you'll see exactly why no amount of shaming, begging, or guilt tripping will ever bring these men back to the plantation, and why that terrifying reality is only just beginning to dawn on everyone who thought they could build a world without us.
Background says muted John, critic of audio. Fair play.
If you're
Fair
getting
play.
value from this,
Look, I'm not an audio expert, and I never plan on being an audio expert because I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. I hate dealing with any sort of audio whatsoever. And you know what? I might just be muted, but you can see me. You can understand the frustration in my mannerisms, in my facial cues and stuff like that. That's enough. Just pretend you're deaf, for God's sakes. And a lot of you are drinking quite heavily, so you might as well be. It's not like you're going to track. You guys fade in and out anyways, and every once in a while I'll have a good joke or something, a good crack, and then you guys will laugh at that. But I don't even know if a lot of you are paying attention, at least half of the time.
smash that like button right now.
Smash the like button. My like button.
Share this video with every man you know who needs to hear this truth, and subscribe for more unfiltered angry guy content that the mainstream will never dare.
Despite says, what is the measure of a single nose candy? Is that a line or a key bump? Obviously a line, you cheap bastard.
touch.
That's a full 8-ball. It's a fucking...
Listen, if you're
it's just a tablespoon. All right? It's like a baking recipe. He's all, all right? He has no septum anymore. It's blown out, dude. It's just, he can put a tissue up one end and then pull it out the other like a goddamn magic trick.
tired of being financially vulnerable in this collapsing economy.
He has a good time. No one's judging you. No one's judging you, background. Or who was it? Tyrone, no one's judging you.
If you want to learn how to actually protect your assets, build real wealth, and mass
Don't care.
media amplified it, politicians weaponized it for
He was pitching his crypto, which again, it's a scam.
votes, corporations jumped on board because strong men don't make good compliant consumers. And the simps,
Right.
oh, the simps, those poor lost souls who thought if they just betrayed their brothers hard enough, maybe, just maybe, they'd get a crumb of attention in return.
Simping has become a lot more than a hobby for some people these days. Simping has become a serious, it's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. Once you go down the simp road, I don't think you ever come back. Do you come back from being a simp? No, because I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. I never want to say people don't change, because, well, that's to be debated whether people change or not. But people can. People can, in certain ways, in certain aspects. But once you're a simp, once you bend the knee and be a complete bitch like that, I don't know. Do you come back from that? Do you change? Do you find actual testosterone in your balls? Again, to be like, no, I'm not going to give you money, and I know you're not going to sleep with me. I know you're not really interested. I don't want to be friends with a woman, because being friends with a woman is literally impossible. Women can't do it. What makes you think I can? So, Simping has gone far, way too far. Way too far. But I understand. I get it out there. It's tough. Dating is not how it was back in the Victorian era, you know, when a woman was considered a slut for showing her ankle and stuff like that. Those were better times. And I understand that you can go to any beach and there's like super hot women in bikinis and stuff. Maybe that's not the best thing for society. It's over-sexualized. It makes men think only about getting laid, only about sex, only about not even procreation, just about the act of sex. Not about building a business or building a dream or a building or anything like that. They're just like, I need to get my fucking rocks off. That's a problem. That's a problem. And it makes people depressed. And then they hit the bottle and they start doing nose candy. Tyrone. No judgment here.
They called us deadbeats if we didn't want to slave away 60 hours a week.
Reset says simping doesn't work. Negging, however, does work. Okay, here's my point on negging. Sometimes it does work. But if it doesn't work, at least you broke her fucking self-confidence. And so it's a win-win. Somebody else might take that home, but still, it's a win-win. That is a win-win scenario. And also, here's another thing. When you neg a woman, it makes other women like you more because women don't like each other.
A week for a pat on the head. They called us
Hi,
losers
Renee's.
if we didn't
Renee's, do women like each other?
want to sign our lives away to marriages where the deck was stacked against us from day one. They called us incels if we dared point out that something was deeply wrong with how modern dating had become a rigged game where average...
Do you know how often I get called an incel on the internet? Married with kids, by the way, for a long time. Happily married. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like before they even like check in, oh, you're just an incel because you have these certain thoughts and opinions. Are you sure I'm an incel, or do you just not have an argument? Therefore, you want to go straight to insults because you have no response to what I said to you. Or they'll call you fat, or they'll call you poor or something. Things that they couldn't possibly know about you. Even though you could go to my Twitter page and you can see me and you can get a lot of information. I'm not just an avatar, okay? This is me. This is my person, you know? I ride around in this skin all day long, every day, okay? I don't peel it off after I do these shows and I go to bed a totally different person. That might be a good idea, honestly, but I can't do that. I'm not like a shapeshifter. I'm not, one of those demons. But it must be convenient. But no. Automatically, they're like, you're just one of these things, and so I automatically disregard your opinion.
Men were expected to bring everything while getting nothing but contempt in return. And what happened? Men listened.
Tyrone says, giving paper to a bitch is crazy. The hoes are meant to make money off of. Right. But it's pimping. But pimping ain't easy.
Not all at once.
Or it is. I don't know.
Not in some organized
movement. It could be easy. It might not be easy.
And manifestos. No.
I think it really depends on who you are as a person and who you are as a pimp. There's subtle pimping strategies out there. I should write a book. A brief history of pimping. A guide to pimping. Some sort of a pimp man, poor man.
Oh, it was quieter than that.
The title's a work in progress.
More devastating than that. Men simply started walking away. They walked away from college when they realized the degrees were worthless and the environment was openly hostile. They walked away from marriage when they saw what happened to their fathers, their brothers, their friends in family court. They walked away from traditional careers.
Rem says bitch management. Bitch management.
When they realized promotions went to diversity
that
hires.
Sounds like a department in like a corporate office, right? Oh, you got to go down to bitch management. I hate going down there, man. It's fucking loud.
And the harder
It's
you worked,
loud.
the more you got taxed.
That's the thing about having a family. It's loud. It's constantly loud. It's always loud. And I don't I it's loud.
To pay
It's
for people who hated you. They walked away from dating when they saw the endless entitlement, the dishonesty, the games. They walked away from public spaces that became minefields of false accusations and social media lynch mobs. And where did they go? Home, their apartments, their basements, their garages, places where they are kings of their own domain, places where nobody can tell them their natural testosterone is a problem, places where they
it's a bitch management is worse than the DMV. Well, I mean, you get nothing done there. So the DMV would be a better place, right? Because at least you're going to get your license. You got out of bitch management, you're going to come out with a headache and you've gotten nothing done. And then you have to go back to do whatever you were going to do at bitch management, settle a tiff between Becky and Sarah. Like, what does that matter to me? Why am I doing this? Why is this part of my job? Why do I have to fix little fights that are over nothing? It's just because Becky didn't invite Sarah to her birthday party, and now Sarah is mad at Becky for being mad because she totally did invite her, but she just forgot to actually mail the invite. But and then this is 6 months of work. That's 6 months of work. I had it 6 months. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I don't know why women do this. Is it boredom? Is it out of pure boredom? Is it pettiness? Why? Why would you even bother your head with that? Why would you fill up the thinking thing the thinking thing? Never mind. I answered my own question.
control the thermostat, the TV remote, the rules, places where peace reigns, because the only person they
Rem says that's what Patrice O'Neill wanted to call the Black Phillip show. And Sirius was like, no. You want to call it bitch management? Patrice O'Neill was a funny dude. He was a funny dude.
have to negotiate with is themselves. These men learned something revolutionary.
Broke to Dope or Simpin' to Pimpin'. That's a book that would sell. Broke to Dope or Simpin' to Pimpin'. No, it would have to be both of them. Broke to Dope / Simpin' to Pimpin', right? And it would be filled with nonsense. There would be no good advice whatsoever in the entirety of the book, but it doesn't matter. When people buy shit like that, it's not like they read it or comprehend it fully. It's just a book to buy, just to feed their little, oh, it's not going to be bad all the time. This will make it better. This will make it better. This will make it's self-help books like that. Do self-help books work? I've never read a self-help book. I've never needed help. I've always nailed it.
They don't actually need all the things
Always
society
nailed
told
it.
them they needed to be happy. They don't need the corner office. They don't need the white picket fence. They don't need the ungrateful wife and the kids who get weaponized against them. They don't need the
Look, if your wife is ungrateful, maybe she has a reason to be. I don't want to side with wives ever. But she didn't pop through the door that time. I don't want to side with wives ever. But if she's unhappy, if she's ungrateful, maybe there's a reason why she's ungrateful. Maybe it's because you fucking suck. Maybe it's because you're kind of a loser. And also, you decided to marry her. So this is not a one-way street. You decided to marry her. And it's not like she just automatically became ungrateful. She was ungrateful before you married her. But she was probably, going on in years. Didn't really have a lot of options come down the pipe. You're all like, hey, why don't you settle with me and I'll settle with you? And then there you go. Bingo, bango. You're in an unhappy relationship for the rest of your life, and it's the children who suffer. They come along and they're all like, wow, this place fucking sucks. Now I'm going to lash out at society, because what else am I going to lash out at? What else? What else? And this goes back to another problem about There's not a lot of options out there. It used to be different. It used to be like 2 girls for every guy. Remember the Beach Boys song? Remember the Beach Boys song? That was a reality. That was a reality. And women didn't push off marriage or having a family until they're 35, 40 years old because they knew if they did, they would get replaced because there was competition. There was competition. Got rid of that now. Now the gender imbalance is all weird because we keep shipping in more illegal immigrants, right? 10 million Indians. 100 million fucking Mexicans. And they're all men, by the way. It's not women and children escaping from some war, some nonsense war. They're all fighting age men. They're all raping age men. It's not women and families and blah, 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 poor. No. This is extremely problematic. I don't have to tell you guys. I'm sure you guys already know.
The status symbols that come with a mortgage-sized car payment. What do they need? A decent internet.
This spot says, I couldn't put up with an ungrateful wife. Yeah, what are you going to, like, what would you do? Why would you do that? Ungrateful. Like, she constantly sneers at you. You come home, she fucking sneers at you. And you're like, did you make any food? And she's like, no, did you? I would walk back out the door. I'd be like, well, okay, bye. Bye. I wouldn't put up with it because I'm not that kind of person. But there are people out there like that. Of course there are. Of course there are. And they end up getting fucking, divorce raped in court and stuff and getting their children removed from their custody and then the alimony thing. And then they get shoved in a tiny ass little apartment and have constant legal battles for the rest of their lives. Maybe not the rest of their lives, the rest of their kids' childhoods, which is even worse, honestly. Even worse, because then that kid gets all bitter. And if there's multiple, then they're both bitter. There's bitterness all around. Absolute bitterness all around.
Connection, a computer, maybe a gaming setup, some supplements, a gym membership or a home gym, and the skills to make money without ever leaving their sanctuary. Day trading, crypto, drop shipping, content creation, software development, OnlyFans management for the few who went that route, but most
pimping. Wait, can you manage OnlyFans? Is that seriously a job? Is that a job? Where you're like, you're a whore who spreads her ass on camera, on the internet, so people look at your butthole. Like that, right? Touch their nose to it. I'm going to manage you. I'm going to manage the talent right here. Really? That's a job? What do you do? What do you do? Do you just like fire up the camera? Okay, good to go. Good to go. I got the bank account over here. It's ready to receive the money. Now you just start spreading things, right? Shake the boobs like that, right? Knock them together. Make a clapping sound. Pretend like you're a seal and clap your boobs together. Go, Okay, sorry. I would be a fantastic OnlyFans manager. A fantastic OnlyFans manager, right? I'd toss in a beach ball and she'd have to balance it. Smacking her boobs together.
most importantly,
and then I would give her a tasty sardine.
Any online business that generates cash flow while they sleep. These men mastered remote income streams that traditional society never even imagined existed 10 years ago. They're sitting there in sweatpants, sipping coffee, watching charts, executing trades, building funnels, coding apps while the world outside burns. No commute, no toxic boss, no...
No, he's right about that. He's right. Why are you going into work? I know, like, look, I mean, like, I'm not, if you get a job, you're lucky these days, right? But, like, what the fuck is the deal with going into work? And get in your car, and you drive there, and you're fucking like, oh, God, I hate that shit. I would find a way out of that, but I fuck that noise. Why? Why do employers make employees do that? Why can't they just work from home? Unless they're like an Amazon driver or something like that, where they need to be there. Need to be there. A lot of jobs aren't like that, though. A lot of middle management shit you just do from a computer. But those are all disappearing now with AI anyway. So, I mean, like, you might actually get to stay home. So, unless you're actually driving for Amazon or Uber Eats or something, some bullshit job like that. Man, the future is bleak. It's bleak, man. I just wanted to be an OnlyFans manager and fucking like train up whores and stuff like that with a fucking chair and a whip. And back. I would be good at it. You guys might not think so. I would be good at it.
HR department waiting to fire them for saying the wrong thing. No mandatory.
It says, John, I don't watch porn, but if you start directing, please send links. That would be hilarious. So I run it like a circus. I taught this one to ride a bicycle. She's naked, but she's riding a bike. And she's got a little fez.
Tory diversity training, no pretending to care about someone else's drama. And the best part, they're thriving.
Watching the world burn is right.
Not just surviving.
It is. You're right. It is. I mean, like, at some point, do we care? Do we even care anymore? Do we care? Like, I feel like all of society is just trying to, like, hold up a Jenga tower that has, like, 3 single stack pieces in, like, a giant and it's like, it's gonna go. It's gonna go, right? But we keep, like, putting our hands on it like we're actually gonna do something to steady it. We can't. It's not even a good idea to do that. Just let it fall. Just let it fall, and then we'll build it back to a normal Jenga tower with all the pieces, and it'll be nice and stable for a while until bankers start pulling pieces out and being like, this is my piece. This is my piece. And then they keep doing that until the whole process repeats itself. We're at the end of it. We're at the end of the Jenga tower. But you shouldn't be sad about it. You shouldn't be remorseful. These are good times. Because we're going to watch it fall. And it's going to be loud and it's going to crash. And we're going to all go, oh, okay, let's do it again. And then that's when the good times start. That's when stability returns. Yes, it will be hard. All your money will be worthless. All your crypto will be worthless. Or it might not. I don't know. What won't be worthless is, the car you drive, if you own it, the house you live in, if you own it, gold, silver, things you can actually hang on to, bullets are always going to be worthwhile, especially if you have guns for those bullets. I'm just saying it's not going to be peaceful. It never is. It's always a war. This is called the fourth turning, all right? Every time this happens, every 80 years or so, there is a gigantic war. There is a boost in technology. There is a complete restructuring of society. There is a usurping of the old generation with the new generation. And then it starts all over again. But yeah, how bad is that war going to be? Probably not great. Not fantastic.
Thriving, bank accounts growing, bodies getting stronger from consistent training with no excuses, minds getting sharper from reading books instead of doom scrolling dating apps, friendships deepening with other men who get it.
Arden Sheriff says John would drift into 2 girls, 1 cup territory real fast. Despite says, no, the stuff with girls crying and running mascara. Why not both? Why not both? If you're drinking human feces out of a cup, I don't want you to be jolly about it. I want to see pain. I want you to emote. All right? Rate of swallow. Okay? Don't dilly-dally. Gulp. Gulp. I want to hear goop. All right? God, dude, what is wrong with me? Is it you guys? Is it you guys doing this to me, or has this just been ingrained in my psyche forever? Ever since I was a little kid, I think of something completely dark and just be like, that's a fact. I think that's it. It's me. It's my fault.
Real brotherhoods forming in private discords and forums where truth can still be.
Freeside just says Jesus. Now I'm getting them. Now I'm pulling the crowd in, right? Now I'm hitting my stride. And again, it's Christmas time. These are the holidays. This is me being festive. This is me being jovial and light. Just wait until the new year rolls around. When I get back to my old ways. Do you think it's going to be worse in 2026? Do you think it's going to be better? Whatever better could mean.
Spoken without fear. Meanwhile, out there in the real world they abandoned, chaos. Women who were told they could have it all are now discovering that having it all without men.
Despite says every time I see my uncle, he either gives me a box of 9mm, an ounce of silver, or a box of buckshot. He's pretty cool. At Thanksgiving, it was 9mm. Well, yeah, silver's kind of pricey now. Silver and gold they've really gone up quite a bit. Box of 9mm ain't cheap. It's not that expensive. It's nice though. It's nice. I'll take 9mm. Box of 9? Yes.
Willing to provide it for free is exhausting, expensive, and often impossible. The same women who bragged about being independent, about not needing a man, about how they'd rather be alone than settle, are now alone and broke and exhausted and starting to panic.
Shimo says 2026 will be worse. Is that the going thought? Do most people think that? Do most people think my 2026 is going to be my villain arc, let's call it? You think? Could be. Could be. I've been pulling my punches way too long on this show. I really have. I've been coddling you guys. You know. Now it's time to make you into men. Really, really whip you guys into shape. I've just been dilly-dallying this entire time. I've been a couple years doing this show. Dilly-dallying. Now I'm going to make you into soldiers. Hard. And, I don't know. I don't know. It's a cult. I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Because the biological clock ticks louder than their student loan payments. Hot girl summer, that was fun while men were still paying for the drinks, the vacations, the OnlyFans subscriptions, the Uber rides home. But broke girl winter has arrived, and it's not just one season. This is permanent. Corporate jobs that used to be cushy are now soul crushing. Under
facts. He's speaking facts. These are factoids. Do you guys like ASMR? Because he's speaking motherfucking facts. Look, dude, have you ever seen a pretty girl, a hot girl, an attractive girl go for years and like go from relationship to relationship, and then all of a sudden she's like 30 and she's like, oh, I'm out there looking for the right one. And then, a couple years go by, she's 32 and she's like, well, it just didn't work out with putting me in blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden she's like 35 and she's like, life kind of sucks. Life kind of sucks. I hate working. I hate going to work every day. I don't make shit for money. I can't afford anything. What the fuck am I doing? No one wants to date me because I'm elderly at this point. You have if you were to get pregnant today, you would have a geriatric pregnancy. Whatever that happens to mean. But it is a medical classification, so it must mean something. I'm just saying, nobody wants a soft-headed baby. And sure, when they come out, they're soft-headed. They're all soft-headed. But when he's a teenager, you don't want eyes very far apart, kid. You don't want kid with, fingernails too thick. You don't want the kid with, club foot and shit. You don't want the Down syndrome kid. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. Eggs do go bad, right? We all know. It was just Thanksgiving. Did you open the fridge and smell those deviled eggs? The same thing happens to women. The same thing. Sure, they're good when they're fresh. A deviled egg, when it's fresh, very good. It's tasty. Give it a few hours, it is not so tasty anymore. Give it a day, it's no good. It's done. Don't eat it. Nobody wants it. Yuck. But it still has to go to its HR job every single day with its fucking Stanley Cup. And it's like jingle jangles. Why are they always jingle jangling? They're always jingle jangling. Jingle. And they become miserable. And you sit there and you want to say they told you so, told you so, told you so. Nothing gets in. Nothing gets in. And of course it's never their fault. Oh, this is society's fault. This is men's fault. They just weren't good enough for my standards. Therefore, it's their fault. Therefore, it's their fault. This is how you become a failure at life. When you constantly go around blaming others for the shit that you went through, that shit you're dealing with, the position in life you're in. And for some reason, as a society, we're bending over backwards, fucking just being like, you're right. You're right. It's men's fault. It's the guy who fucking fixes your toilet. It's the guy who threads your internet. It's the guy who cleaned out the carburetor on your car. It's his fault. He's privileged, and your life sucks now, not because of the string of poor decisions that you made. No, that would mean it's your fault. No, of course not. It's clearly this fucking sap over here working 80 hours a week, paying half of that to go to whatever stupid program that you're obviously drawing from. It's his fault. It's his fault. Kill him. Kill that motherfucker. What do you want him to do? Do you want him to work harder? Do you want him to take home less of his pay? What exactly do you want from him? He's at the bottom of the barrel. My God, you're kicking his ribs in. You're kicking his ribs in, and he just wants it to end. He goes home in a shaky glass of whiskey, and he's like, oh my God, I can't fucking take it anymore. Just walk by getting sneered at by women. Sneered at and be like, look at that privileged motherfucker covered in oil. Some guy down in a sewer cleaning shit out of pipes. Privileged. Pugh. Meanwhile, you have your Frappuccino and your Stanley Cup, walking high heels. Go into your $100,000 job where you do what? Tweet? Where you do Zoom calls? You do 3 Zoom calls a day? I'm so sorry. Oh, no. That must be hard. Must be hard. Oh, you're having a fight with Rebecca over what? Nothing again? Oh, no. Oh, no. And still, cushy jobs. Still, after years of doing this, when they hit that age, when they're no longer desirable to anybody around, now they're like, well, I fucking actually hate doing this. I hate going to work every day. I wish I was at home, being taken care of by a husband, and I had my 3 fucking kids running around. You know, they would be loud, they would be annoying, but that would be my space. I would be happy there. Now I come into this fucking war zone where everybody hates everybody else. And it's just basically adult babysitting because you get nothing done. And you're paid to be there. You're paid to be there. And I'll tell you exactly why. So you don't have kids. So you don't form families. You got tricked. You got tricked pretty badly. You're like, I'm going to go make $100,000 a year and achieve my goals. But, I'm going to go to college first. So I'm going to be 26 by the time I get out of there. Minimum, because I'm going to go for my master's degree. Oh, I don't have the money, so I'm going to have to go $100,000 in debt. Well, that'll be fine because I'll be making so much money. Oh, don't worry, it's 20% interest. No problem. I have no idea what APR even means, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the decade, you're $200,000, $250,000 in debt because you don't know shit. Because you don't know shit. You made yourself a slave. Dummy. Dumbass.
Incompetent leadership that got promoted for everything except merit. Rents are through the roof because nobody's building anymore, partly because the men who used to do that work walked away from trades that treated them like disposable machines.
Mr. Blue says Beavis and Butthead said it best. Work sucks. Yeah. Women like jangly shit like babies with keys. Damn, you're right. It's like jangle. They like jangly stuff, right? They're like, ooh. It's adult children. They are adult children, right? And I love it when they go and like try out for like, or get into like the fire department. Oh, now you're a firefighter. You're 100 pounds. You're 100 pounds flat. And now you're a firefighter. 100 pounds. Look, I understand that the fire department, the firefighters, 90% of the calls they go on is medical. But there is that 10% of calls where they have to run into a burning building and haul out a man on their shoulders. You can't even put on the tank. You can't even do any of that. And you're still going to get paid the exact same. Paying women the exact same as paying a man is thievery. It's thievery from the man. The person that is effective at their job has to make the same amount as somebody who is completely ineffective at their job. Completely and utterly ineffective. That's stealing. That's stealing from other men. Another man could have gotten that job, gotten paid that wage, and would have been effective. This is why society is crumbling, by the way. Because we put people who can't do the job in positions just because of our feelings. Not my feelings. I'm dead inside. But other women's feelings, for God's sakes. Other women's, oh, I want the good job. Well, get in the fucking sewer then. Get in the sewer and get a shovel, start scraping shit off the sides of those pipes. No, they don't want those jobs. Of course not. Of course not.
Dating apps are wastelands where the top 20%
Background says fire person, John. Fire person. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a fire identity. It's a fire them. Because, eventually those people are going to get into that career, right? With a fucking, some 6'2" makeup and fucking shit and like fucking crazy eyes with mascara and he's got long hair and shit. He's like, my name's Melissa. And you're going to give him an axe. You're going to give this guy an axe. It's a girl. Excuse the fuck out of me. You're going to give Melissa an axe. Okay. So we're just not doing common sense anymore. We're just straight up, it's gone. We're not doing that anymore. Not doing common sense anymore. Okay, cool.
Of men get all the attention.
Fire theys. Thank you, Mr. Blue.
Everyone else gets ghosted or breadcrumbed into oblivion. Crime is spiking in cities because the men who used to informally police their neighborhoods through presence alone have retreated. Public spaces feel unsafe because the natural protectors society demonized are no longer volunteering for that role. The state tries to fill the gap with more laws, more cameras, more taxes, but it's like trying to hold water in your hands. It all leaks out.
This is true. I forget who said it, but like somebody said it. They said a failing society collects laws like something or something other. And the point of the quote, even though I completely screwed it, is when societies die, they keep trying to patchwork it with another law, another law, another law, another law, until there's just a million laws. No one knows exactly what they can and cannot do, and the entire thing just crumbles. Successful societies have a few laws. When America started, it had the Bill of Rights, which was mainly laws against the government. It didn't really have too many laws against the people, the citizenry. It was short. Everyone knew basic law. Yeah, there was like 10 or 15 rules. You couldn't do those things. Then it just got overcomplicated. As shit started to crumble, oh, you couldn't do this. Now I can't even fucking take a shit on my property without clearing it with the city. I can't put a chair. I can't fucking build anything on my property without clearing it with the city. It's the law. Who said that's the law? I was not involved in that decision. I was not involved in that decision. I don't like how a bunch of people way older than me are controlling my life like this. It wasn't true. It wasn't like that for the boomer era, right? They were in control of their own lives. They were in control of their own kind of destinies. They got to vote for it. And they were in the White House, and everyone was relatively the same age and shit like that. But now, like, 80-year-olds are being like, no, you have to pay me. But you already live in a gigantic-ass house. Why do I have to continue to pay you for doing nothing? Like you've done your entire life. You just game the system. And then everyone who arrived late owed you money for some reason. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you in the ass. No, die.
And the Sims, God bless them, they're still trying. Still white knighting, still paying for date.
Couch Surfing says, us with our intact dog. Exactly. The city came to me and said, it's illegal for your dog to have testicles. I am not kidding you. They gave me a ticket because my dog had testicles. Can you believe that shit? What the fuck do you care? What gives you the right to determine whether my dog has nuts or not? Do you want my testicles as well, sir? I know, that just blew my mind. I paid the ticket. I didn't take his balls. He still got his balls. I'll pay your fucking fines. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to break the law. Okay? And fine. If the penalty is a fine, then that's what it is. I will break the law and I will pay your fines.
With women who openly say they hate men, still defending the indefensible online.
Shimo says we have 300,000 federal laws. That is crazy. And you know what's absolutely bullshit about this? About having so many laws is people at the top, people with large companies, corporations, people with billions of dollars. They can essentially find a loophole in anything. With that many laws, things get real murky. Things get real murky and muddy and be like, well, it's kind of in this situation, blah, blah, blah. There's always a loophole you can find. If you had 10 solid laws, it'd be pretty tough to find loopholes in that. But no worries, they'll always slap on another one, and there's going to be a loophole in it. And this is why they do it, right? This is so people in power can actually do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. Laws don't exist for them. Sure, they're out there, but they don't have to follow them because they got their loopholes. They got their teams of lawyers. They have their abilities. They have their money. This is how society has been set up. So, yeah, there are laws, but they're for poor people. And trust me, I am no fan of poor people. Ew. But poor people should be beholden to the same laws that rich people and vice versa. I know that doesn't sound like John. That doesn't sound like John. No. Because you're like, John hates the poor. It's true. I do. But now I'm really, really, really starting to hate the rich. I really, really am. Really a lot. A lot. A lot.
line, still volunteering to be the last line of defense.
Mr. Blue says fines just means legal for a price. Yeah. A good example of that is the guy who owns Amazon, Jeff Bezos. He's got a mansion in like Beverly Hills or something like that. And in his specific neighborhood, it's illegal for him to have hedges over 5 feet or so. But his hedges are 30 feet high. And it costs him roughly $10,000 a month to pay the fines for his illegal hedges. He's just decided that, fine, I will pay the fine for breaking the law. And everybody is okay with that. Everybody is okay with that because he's paying the fine. The fine's not going up. The judge isn't coming in and be like, no, that's not how it works. Nope. Pay the fine. Everyone's okay with it. So he is paying to break the law. Paying to break the law. And everyone's fine with it. Still doing it to this day.
For a society that laughs at them. But even they're starting to wake up. Slowly.
Mr. Blue says, stupid poor people. Is this going to get me popped? This looks like it's going to get me popped. That'll get me popped. I'm sure that's going to get me popped.
Slowly, painfully, one by one, as the reality slaps them across the face.
Metal Hobbit says, yo, John, I can't seem to DM you on Twitter, but message you on Instagram about playing Arc Raiders. Hit me up whenever you want a game. I don't even... who runs my Instagram? Arden, do you run my Instagram? Why can't you message me on Twitter? It's Sulkopath. Why can't you message me on Twitter? Let me look. Metal Hobbit. Other people are messaging me. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, I mean, like, why can't I'm confused.
Because here's the thing. Nobody wants to say out loud. Society doesn't run on hopes and dreams and feminist theory. It runs on male labor.
Play the thing. He says play the thing. Dude, it's going to get me... Whatever, fine. Whatever. I'm talking about, breaking the rules. Fine, whatever. I'll break the fucking rules. I don't care.
Listen, I buy a lot of expensive things because I have a lot of money. You can't afford expensive things because you don't have a lot of money. Ha ha, you want these things, but you cannot afford them. That means that you're not cool because you're just a poor person.
You can't afford a house. Ew. Look, a lot of people can't afford a house. You can't even afford a place to live. Oh, shit. Yeah. It's how it is these days.
Stupid poor people, stupid poor people. I have more money than you. Stupid poor people, stupid poor people, stupid poor people. I have more money than...
This is what I do on my days off. When I'm not doing Daywave or this show, this is what I go and do. I just scream at the poor. I scream at them. And I'm like, I hate you. I hate you, poor. Ew. And they're all like, why are you wearing the same shirt? I'm like, shut up. Don't talk to me when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Mr. Blue. $20. Thank you for being the bad boy we all want you to be. Thanks. See, I'm playing it. I'm gonna get popped probably. I'm gonna get popped probably.
When I show women my money, they want to have sex with me, and they...
Now I'm gonna take that $20 and I'm gonna show it to homeless people and be like, look at this. I bet you want this. Stuff it in my pocket. Just be unnecessarily mean to poor people. And I'll do it to the rich too, but they'll have me arrested. And that's fair. That's fair. You know, that's fair. I mean, I can bail myself out of jail. So that's a crime that I can pay for, right? I could go be rude to the rich. If we're all doing this, if we're all paying for crimes, this is a crime I can pay for. I could bail myself out for being rude to you. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Kind of sounds like a lot. It's easier to be rude to poor people, and they gross me out. I like some rich people on a case-by-case basis.
Always have orgasms because my penis is so big. 25 inches long and 12 inches thick.
What are you, a duck?
I'm the Anthony Hopkins of cock, the Albert Einstein of dick.
If you don't know that, apparently ducks have huge penises. I don't want to go and show the picture, but they do. Arden has it on file. He's got it backed up on his hard drive. Hashtag FBI.
Male sacrifice, male invention, male protection. When you spend decades telling men they're the problem and then act shocked when they stop solving problems for you, what did you think was going to happen? Like, did you think the bridges would maintain themselves? That the power grid would stay online?
Mr. Blue says, show it to Jess so she'll have sex with you. Hey, baby, look what daddy's bringing home. Just leave it on the dresser. There you go. That's where I put it. This is your whore bucks.
Through sheer willpower?
I'd be like, what? And she'd just glare at me.
That innovation would continue when the people most likely to innovate are checked out playing video games and stacking crypto. That order would prevail.
I really do not trust this crypto. I mean, like, it's tanking right now. Hold on. Let me check what's crypto doing right now. Hold on. Hang on. Let's check out the Bitcoin price. Because I think it actually took another dive. It's 86. Is that low? It is lower than it was. It was at 120K. And then it fucking took down. It lost 40 grand. That's not great. That's not. But back here, $17,000. It's only a couple years back. Now it's up here. By the way, did you know that California has a law that if your crypto goes untouched for 3 years, it can legally confiscate it? And they're all like, oh, but it's okay because you can reclaim it at any time. But it will be under our control. You can do that? How do you do that? And this is only on things like Coinbase and the large crypto. If you have it on a cold wallet, obviously they can't do that. But they can just do that now. You can just do that if you don't touch it for 3 years. An investment, if you don't touch an investment for 3 years, it belongs to the state. Okay. What?
When the natural enforcers of order have zero incentive to enforce anything anymore, this is what collapse looks like.
Mr. Blue says, no, you lay naked in bed with 20 across your crotch. What could be under here? Who knows? Let's ask Mr. Andrew Jackson. That's who's on the 20, right? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen a $20 bill in my life.
Mad Max.
Never seen
Not
that.
Zombies. Just quiet.
All I get is numbers on a screen. It's 20. I don't see the picture. It should have the picture. It's like a food place where the people can't read. You go in, you order food. There's pictures of the food. I like those, right? I don't have to decode a bunch of secret messages for me to order food.
Quiet withdrawal. Millions
It's just reading.
of men opting out. Relaxing. Watching from the side.
Oh, just print it out. I should print it out, right? Here, I'll do you one better. I'll just fucking screenshot it. There we go. I will screenshot it, and then I will go ahead and send that to her on X. Just so everybody knows. Screenshots. And then, okay. There we go. And send. There we go. That was completely unnecessary. And, I mean, I really did it. But you guys aren't seeing it. But it's there. She's going to be confused.
Sidelines as the house of cards they were once forced to prop up finally fall.
Really? Why did you send me this? You know why. Get to doing the thing that you're supposed to do when somebody gives you $20. No!
Falls under its own
No.
weight. And the most delicious part, these men aren't angry anymore.
Right.
That's the old
I'm sure that'll go over well. And then she's like, okay, and then she makes a pie. She would get confused like that.
narrative. The bitter incel in his mom's basement raging at the world. No, these men are at peace. Genuinely, profoundly.
Despite says, so you'll play free videos all the way through if I just bully you? No, you pay me. See, he paid me. You pay money. Give me money.
At peace for the first time in their lives. They've discovered that life is actually pretty good when you remove all the
I'm not doing this to entertain you. Obviously not. I'm doing this to make money. I'm rolling in the Benjamins or the Franklins or the Benjamin Franklins. I'm not a money expert. I don't know if those are different bills.
Obligations that were never appreciated anyway. They're sleeping 8 hours a night. They're eating clean. They're lifting heavy. They're making money in their underwear.
Sure, there are guys like that out there making the best of life because they're not getting laid, right? There are. There's rich guys out there that are like lifting and like eating right and making money, and they just kind of stick to themselves. Yes, that is true, but there are also lots of them who just sit and play video games their entire life, drink beer and eat pizza. Both are equal, I believe. It's the same thing, right? Oh, great. You're an alpha. Congratulations. You're going out there and fucking getting it, but you're still ain't getting laid. You're not getting laid. Great. You waste all your goddamn time, your precious life to do what? Do what exactly? Nothing. Just like the rest of us. Just like the rest of us. So stop with your fucking high and mighty bullshit. This is like the fucking Tates, dude. I hate those people. I really hate those people. Oh, what color is your Bugatti? Oh, look, go to the gym. Look, I like going to the gym. I don't have a Bugatti. All right? He's got that on me. I don't run a whore websites yet. But I could start onlycups.com where it's like the 3 cup, 1 girl, the 1 cup. You get what I'm trying to say. Where women eat shit. I could start that and get a Bugatti. I could. I might. That might be they'll be like, what do you do for a living? I make women eat feces. Eye contact. Eye contact. Eye contact. And then they're just like, yeah. Yes, sir. No conversations beyond that for me. And that's how I like it, right? Jess says I'm antisocial. And I'm just like, yes, I don't want to socialize with people. I don't care for it. All right? I don't care for it. I think people largely don't deserve my time.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be
Cash Surfing says, please don't make me eat poo. I'm sorry. Did you get my text? I sent it to you on X. You are contractually obligated now because I sent you a picture of a $20 dono. Daddy's bringing home the money. All right. Now eat the poop.
Be happy. Crypto is your key to survival.
She says you are antisocial. I'm not claiming otherwise. I'm not. I'm not claiming otherwise. I don't care to be social. I don't need to be so. I have my wife and my kids. That's fine by me. I don't need anybody else. I'm good. I have my house and my yard, and I have my little projects, and I go do my things and stuff like that, and I'm perfectly happy. I go to the gym. I take care of myself reasonably well. Take vitamins every single day. I just have no desire to be social. I don't. Is that even true, though? Yeah, that's true. I don't care for it. I don't see the need. I don't see the need.
Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, they just stopped being good for you. They're right here relaxing, watching the show, popcorn in hand. And society is finally starting to realize that when men walk away, everything changes. Not because men are rushing in to destroy things. That's never been our way. But because when men stop holding everything together out of duty, habit, or hope.
Professor Grasslap says, fuck yeah, John, I have my wife and my kid. I'm all good. Exactly. But I don't need friends. I mean, I have friends. I have people I would consider friends. And I'm not like an asshole to them whenever they like show up. I'm like, oh, it's you. I don't do that. No, I'm perfectly well. I'm sociable. I'm like, hey, how you doing? It's nice to see you, blah, blah, blah. But this is a once in a while occurrence. Once a week is kind of too much, right? Once every couple months is more preferable, right? Just so people don't think I'm dead. That's all I need. My wife and my family is good. Not my like parents and siblings. I don't know what they're doing. But like my kids and my wife, I like them. I like being around them. I don't need other people. Okay?
For appreciation that never comes, things simply fall apart on their own. This is the Great Awakening, not with trumpets.
Despite says that explains your game chat etiquette and team play. Well, despite, if you were to fucking back me up, dude, come on. You're supposed to back me. Yes, I run into fights because I'm going to go and fight people. You have to watch my six, bro. Obviously, I'm going to get mad when I lose my nicest patina. All right? Let's not start it right now. Can we not start it right now? I will ban you from this chat. But I'm okay. Okay. I lost my Jupiter, by the way.
In revolutions, but with silence, with absence, with millions of men choosing themselves for the first time
I have been playing a lot of Arc Raiders.
ever. And the best part is, it's only just beginning. Let me take...
Despite says it depends on his mood. Sometimes he's nice. Okay, sometimes I'm fucking grumpy, all right? I'm a human being. What do you want?
You deeper into the story now. Because what we're witnessing isn't just...
Christian said epic fail because I lost my Jupiter. Dude, it was really funny. Because I went in with Remziel, right? And, like, we went in stacked to go fight the queen. And, like, I got a few shots on her and she fucking stomped me. Like, literally stomped me. Stomped me with her foot. I'll get another one. That's fine.
The trend. It's a tectonic shift that has been building pressure for generations. And the cracks are finally spreading across...
Blue, you should get it. Get it, Blue. Get it. Because it's ruining my life.
The entire surface of society in ways that nobody in power wants to admit out loud. Picture this. A young man...
You did that once, despite... You did that once. Okay? Let's not start. All right? Look, it's my fault for having a fucking stoner on my back the entire time anyway. Yeah, I'm like, look, they're over there. He's like, where? Where? Obviously at the fucking door, you retard. They're at the door we're looking at. Right I'm going to go around back and see if there's another door. There's not! Oh. There's not another door.
And in his mid-20s, let's call him Jake. 5 years ago, Jake was exactly where the system wanted him. College degree on his wall, paid for with loans that will haunt him for decades. Entry-level corporate job where he showed up early, stayed late, kissed every ring they put in front of him. He was polite, he was eager, he was the good guy every HR video told women they deserved. He had a girlfriend who constantly reminded him that she could do bad all by herself and didn't need him, but somehow still expected him to pay for every date, every vacation, every time her car made a funny noise. Jake
Despite says all my kills are from trying to save you. You have 5 kills. 5.
watched his father get
5.
destroyed in a divorce 20 years earlier. Watched his older brother lose his house, his kids, half his income, and his will to live after a marriage that lasted less than a decade. Jake saw the writing on the wall, but he still tried. He still believed if he just worked harder, loved better, provided more, maybe he could be the exception. Then one day, it all clicked. He saw a TikTok
Who's Eric Payton? Who's Eric Payton?
of his own girlfriend
I don't know. Who Eric
laughing
Payton is.
with her friends about how men were trash, how she was only with him because the rent was due in 2 weeks. He saw the promotion he had earned go to a woman who spent half her day on Instagram because diversity. He saw his tax dollars fund programs that openly excluded him because of the color of his skin.
Not only that, but his gender as well. I mean, they're taking money from him to pay her, and she's scrolling on Instagram and, you know, living a better life because she can actually have children. They don't want her having children. This is a depopulation scheme. It seems like to me. And if you think otherwise, then that's just what you think. But this is what I think. I think it's obviously a depopulation scheme. You get all the more women go to college than men. And don't be that person and be like, well, women are smarter. Because they're retarded. They're not smart. Except for you, honey. But but just like, come on. Come on, dude. Come on. If I don't think I've heard a guy say that, but like women say that pretty often. God bless them. But no, that's obviously not the case. But you don't know better. You can't know better. You see the magazines and the TV, and you scroll on Instagram, and you've been fucking brainwashed your entire life to think that you need to have a career in like science or fucking astronaut physics or some bullshit like that because you see stories on the internet telling you, look at this great woman who did this thing. But those are snippets and probably half truths at best. But then you're just like, oh, I could do this. I'm going to be one. And then you end up miserable. And then you blame men for patriarchy or some nonsense bullshit like that, and not your own decisions. Like, women, we can only save you from so much. We can only save you from so much. And the hardest thing to save you from is yourself. Always. Always, always. The hardest thing to save you from is yourselves. And that's why you're sad. I'm talking generalities. Obviously, not all women are sad. I'm not going to do the Nawalt thing. Everybody knows I'm talking in generalizations here. But you're sad because on the whole, you're doing it to yourselves. And you're doing this thing where, like, you're Sex in the City and you live in a inner city apartment and shit like that. And you're like, look I've done it. I work fucking 60 hours a week and go home to an empty apartment in Midtown. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-do. You're a shell. You're a shell. You will find no fulfillment in life. And we tried to stop you. We tried to keep you from that. We tried to explain it the best we could, but it really doesn't get into your head. What gets into your head is fucking movies and songs and advertisements. My God, the advertisements. My wife actually says, oh, that was a good commercial. Oh, that was a bad commercial. Oh, that was a good commercial. That was a great commercial. I'm like, what? What? What do you mean? What do you mean that was a great commercial? I don't pay attention to any of the commercials. I don't see the commercials. They don't register in my brain. Is that weird? I mean, women do 80% of the of the pay, like the what is it called? 80% of the discretionary spending in the country is done by women. 80%, right? So that means 80% of the commercials, de facto, are aimed at women because they're the ones spending the money. So it would make sense that I don't even receive these commercials. I don't, and if I see them in front of my face, they don't register in my brain because it's just, I just don't see them. But to actually judge commercials is it's crazy. It's crazy work. No, I'm not judging you, babe. I'm just saying that's. And she says your mom gets it. I'm sure she does, dude. I'm sure she does. I'm sure most women get it. I don't. I don't get it. I do not. I don't know how you can judge commercials. And be like, wow, that one really made me want to buy said product.
And the genitals he was born with. He saw.
I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. And she says, I could talk about them for a while, spur the fuck out. I know. I know. I know. You have. You have. And every time we see a commercial, you tell me what you think of it. I think it's charming. Honestly, honey, I'm not judging you in the least bit. It's just a funny thing. It's a little idiosyncrasy that you have. But apparently it's not unusual for women to have. This is just their thing. They consume commercials. Maybe it's part of the hunter, like, gatherer thing, right? You're gathering, and by doing so, you're gathering commercials. Hot dog just says creamed corn. I don't know. I don't get that.
News called men like him potential threats while importing actual threats by the millions. And Jake did something radical. He stopped. He quit the job. Not in a dramatic, take this job and shove it way. Quietly. Gave 2 weeks notice, trained his replacement, a diversity hire who made twice what he did, and walked out on a Friday afternoon without looking back. He moved into a small one-bedroom apartment on the edge of town.
Couch says, I'm starting a social club where we share and watch commercials. Hog Dog must be having a stroke. He says cornbread with creamed corn. Yeah, he's having a stroke.
Where the rent was half what he and his girlfriend were paying together. He sold the truck he didn't need anymore, paid off the credit cards she had maxed out, and closed the joint account. He learned to day trade, started with $5,000 he had saved in secret, spent
and lost it all.
6 months blowing up accounts, studying charts until his eyes burned, reading every book, watching every free YouTube video, joining private Discord groups where real traders shared real edges. He learned crypto. Not the meme coin gambling most people think of, but real on-chain analysis, order flow, liquidations, funding rates. He learned.
Maybe it's all meme coin. You ever think, I mean, I'm sorry, what do you use crypto for? Payment transfer? No one really uses that for a payment transfer. No one really pays for things in crypto. Sure, they have things where you could buy things in Bitcoin, but those are mostly like illegal. It's just like, I've been hearing this for a long time where like, oh, we're going to start buying and selling things in Bitcoin. Well, we haven't. We haven't. And if we did, like if you guys sent me Bitcoin, I would take your Bitcoin. If you guys want to send me Bitcoin as like a dono, I would take your Bitcoin. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But it's not like we're trading it for goods. I don't go to the grocery store and buy shit with Bitcoin. I'm like, can I trade you this Bitcoin for this bread? They'd be like, no. You give me money for the bread. You give me money for the bread.
Learned to code simple bots that did the boring work while he slept. Within 18 months, Jake was pulling 5 figures a month from his bedroom. No boss, no alarm clock, no performance reviews, no pretending to care about someone's pronouns or weekend plans. Just him, his screens, and the markets that don't care.
Mr. Blue says crypto. That's some kind of weird dead people foot site.
About your gender,
Yep.
your race, or your feelings. The market's only.
All right, let's see if there's something else on. Nope. I'll look somewhere else.
Care if you're right or wrong, and Jake learned how to be right far more often than he was wrong. His ex,
which is basically impossible. I swear it's impossible. Look, it's guessing. Well, maybe some people are better at it than I am. It just seems like guessing. A lot of the time, seems like guessing.
She's still out there posting strong, independent woman memes while working 2 jobs and living with 3 roommates in their 30s. She still messages him every few months when the rent is due or her car breaks down. But Jake doesn't even read them anymore. He's too busy withdrawing profits, hitting the gym, eating steak he cooked himself, and sleeping like a man who finally owns his time.
Sounds kind of lonely, but okay. Okay. You do you. I'm not judging you. Some people like commercials.
Multiply Jake by millions, tens of millions.
Why do I care about Jake and his crypto fetish? I don't know. Because Jake he's not a part of the society anymore. He doesn't care. And he's just living the crypto bro life, right? I mean, I guess not anymore. He probably put a gun in his mouth when it all tanked. And it didn't even tank. It's down at 86, right? Once it gets back down to 17, 16, then I'll be like, okay. Hey, it didn't tank.
That's what's happening right now today. While you're watching this video, these men are in hiding. They're not coping. They're winning quietly, relentlessly winning on terms the old world never prepared them for. Look at the statistics nobody wants to talk about. Marriage rates at all-time lows. Birth rates collapsing across the West. Male college enrollment in free fall. Male labor force participation dropping year after year.
Christian says my wife likes movie and video game trailers. I like those too, though. Those are commercials, but those are different. Those are trailers. Like, I like video game trailers. I like movie trailers because it's like a snippet, and then you're like, oh, this actually looks good and stuff. Okay, fine. But if it's for like, Tide Pods or something like that, I'm like, okay, this didn't titillate me. The Tide Pods didn't titillate me. I'm not going to go get Tide Pods. But we have Tide Pods in my house. So it worked somewhere. It just didn't work here. My kid ate one the other day. And the blue coming out of his mouth. The little one. He was upset about it. He was like, ah!
Here. Record numbers of young men.
Kids, man. Little baby.
And reporting zero sexual activity in the past year.
Forbidden
Not because
gusher,
they can't,
yep.
but because they've looked at the cost-benefit analysis and decided it's just not worth the risk anymore.
Dog says Jake has a fuck pig. 5,000. He don't need warm vagine. He might. A fuck pig 5,000. Ew. I mean, like, are the robots up to snuff yet?
The red pill didn't radicalize these men. Reality did. Reality showed them that the same women screaming, "I don't need a man," still expect men to change their tires, carry their groceries, pay their bills when the date ends, and risk their lives running into burning buildings. Reality showed them that the same society calling them fragile when they speak up will throw them in a cage for years on a single unproven accusation. Reality showed them that the harder they worked within the system,
What
the more
game is he playing? What game is this?
the system punished them for it. So they left the system. Not with anger. Anger is what keeps you chained. They left with clarity, with cold, hard mathematical clarity that their time, their energy, their life force is finite, and trading it for anything.
Mr. Blue says new segment for the show. Is that RoboMuff up to snuff? Is this where we're gonna do like what Frozen's doing with the chicks and only do it with robots? The robots will be perfect. I mean, the robots will be. Look, I think we're gonna have androids, like perfect, indistinguishable androids, a lot sooner than people think that we will. I mean, it seems far off now, right? But I don't think it's that far off. I would like maybe 10, 15 years. I know. You'd be like, that sounds crazy. And it does. It sounds crazy. I understand. And I could be wrong. But, I mean, I don't know, man. We might have, like, Westworld-style Hobots in, like, a very short amount of time. And that has implications and ramifications that are going to cause issues, but there's going to be a million issues before that. So let's not worry about that for now.
Anything less than respect, peace, and freedom is the
Andrusy soon to be Best Buy near you. I don't think anybody's going to go to Best Buy and like stuff it in their trunk. Yeah, just roll it up in a rug and then put it in your trunk. Right? That's how it's going to end up. Like most women. No. I think you're just going to order it from China. Right? And then, do stuff to it.
the worst deal in human history. And now the consequences are rolling in like a slow motion tsunami. Cities are becoming unlivable for single women, not because of some mythical patriarchy, but because the men who used to make them safe and functional have checked out. Women are posting videos crying about how there are no good men left, while surrounded by the exact kind of men they spent years rejecting for not being 6 foot plus with six figures and six-pack abs. They're discovering that being 35 with a master's degree in gender studies and a cat doesn't pay the bills when the men who used to subsidize that lifestyle have learned to say no. The economy...
Who is this angry guy? Does he look like this? Because he kind of sounds like a black guy. He kind of sounds like a black guy. He could be a black guy.
Self is starting to buckle under the weight of male withdrawal. Who do you think keeps Amazon's servers running? Who maintains the power grid when storms hit? Who drives the trucks that deliver your DoorDash? Who fixes the pipes when they burst in February? Men. Mostly men. And more of those men every day are looking at the risks, the pay, the treatment.
All right. I'm gonna change it up.
So this dumb, retarded bitch.
Okay, perfect. I love it, Asman. Keep going with that. I'm gonna change it up a little. He was starting to bore me.
So this dumb, retarded bitch that recorded somebody in their house naked on DoorDash, and instead of going to police about being sexually assaulted, she decided instead of that she was going to go and go out to the public and post this guy naked on his sofa in his own house to the world. The police don't care. TikTok banned her, and she also got arrested for 2 charges because of this. And now
It seems like a very stupid thing to do.
Oh, it seems like TikTok is deleting it too.
Police are doing nothing.
Girl, I bet she wishes they were doing nothing right now, because now we have Austin's statement from the police. I got a fresh blowout, new pajamas. Let's get into it. I've got the statement. This comes from Stephanie, the attorney. Let's read. So if you recall, the incident happened on October 12th. Austin gives a statement to the Oswego police on October 23rd. It's important to know why there's a gap. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
He said on October 12th, I was drunk and apparently ordered DoorDash to my residence. I don't remember ordering DoorDash, but there you go. And he apparently fell asleep on the couch
I believe him.
afterwards. He states he was naked from the waist down, but had a shirt on. He said when he woke up, he received a notification from DoorDash, and in the background...
Well, at the end of the day, you couldn't see his dick. All right? You couldn't see his dick.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing any clothes, but let's not act like...
I'm sorry, did you open the door? Did the DoorDash person open the door? Because if the DoorDash person were to open my door, that would be a problem. That'd be problematic.
something horrible happened here.
the photo, it showed him asleep with his genitals out.
Right.
If we recall, the next morning is when the police initially questioned him, and he apologized and
Yes.
said that's not like him. And now why there's a gap, because a week later he opened TikTok and saw himself on her account.
Oh,
The video was the video that DoorDasher took of him
So you follow your DoorDash driver on TikTok? What?
with 28.8 million views, and it was a
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's got 29 million views with your dick out? That's not good. That's not good, dude. That's not good. Imagine getting drunk and then blacking out on your couch, and then like you wake up and then like your dick's all over fucking TikTok. I would laugh. I'm sorry. I would laugh. I'd be like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Olivia's account, which was his DoorDasher. It made him feel unsafe, humiliated, all those things. And she also posted his first name and his street number. The next
damn, bro. So this stupid bitch is doxing too?
Dixing.
They
Dixing
gotta
him.
crucify her.
Yeah, doxing is a crime, I'm pretty sure. Which I'm like, did the pot awful? Is that the pot awful is a situation?
They gotta do that.
With Mersh and stuff like that, because they're doxing Mersh and stuff. So isn't that a crime?
line is just him saying, I did not give her permission to do this, and I want to press any and all charges.
Yes! He should start a GoFundMe. I'd donate.
And this was filed October 23rd. So more than 12 days after the initial incident happened.
Yes.
And if we recall, she wasn't arrested for...
Again, we have to, we are, our goal, again, the goal. What is the goal? Total care.
Mr. Blue says, I heard the door was cracked. She pushed it open. Well, that was her fault then. You're supposed to leave it out there. You're supposed to leave, even if it's cracked, it's not your, no. You don't touch the door. You leave it out there. Don't knock on the door. Don't ring the doorbell. Leave. Leave it there. Leave. All right? I would get a text, and there was no contact made. I don't DoorDash. I mean, I guess I've ordered a pizza or something like that, but that's like, I feel like that's different. But like, I don't want to fucking look at you. All right? And it's not like I think lesser of you. I just don't. I DoorDashed or I ordered food for a reason. It's because I didn't want to be social. So please don't. Please don't. And if somebody's in their own house naked, leave them alone. Go away. Leave them alone.
Aaron, obliteration. That is the goal. Every single one.
More than a week later, because there had to be an investigation done.
Yes.
And now Olivia, a.k.a. IRL Monster Hideout, is facing...
Mr. Blue says she pushed it open, saw him passed out, filmed him in his own home, and posted online claiming she was assaulted. What a retard. What an idiot, dude. How is that assault? Okay, so like, how closed would the door need to be where it's not assault towards you? If it was like locked with a deadbolt on it, and you broke it open with a sledgehammer, and he was blacked out naked, would that still be assault? Like, what? What? What?
2 felony charges. Unlawful surveillance, and
Unlawful surveillance. Yep.
then the dissemination of that surveillance,
Yeah. I think that's fair. Yes.
which was putting the video here on the internet.
Yep.
So it sounds like nobody knew about this video. She didn't admit it in her initial police report. She didn't admit.
Oh, she didn't. So, oh, she didn't. She didn't show that. And wait, so she filed a police report, but she didn't show the video of it happening. Yeah, probably because the video wasn't bad enough. She knew what she was doing.
mention it. Nobody knew until he saw it.
She was what? What was she doing? What was she was trying to get clout? She trying to get internet clout? Why? Because she wants to claim, was she trying to sue somebody? Like, this guy was naked sleeping on his couch. I delivered food to his door. I then opened his door unprompted. It's not like he said, "Come in," and fucking like started doing that, you know, the thigh slapper, right? Everybody, the thigh slapper. No, wasn't any of that. He was asleep. You filmed him. You're stupid. You're an idiot. You're a stupid person. Why would you do that? That's obviously a crime. That's obviously a crime. Why would you do that?
And then he filed a police report, which I think was very smart on his part. Instead of jumping on TikTok, like everybody's like, where is he to defend himself? Y'all, this isn't real life. Out there is real life. He did the right thing.
So she pulled a Casey-tron. That's funny.
A what?
That's really funny.
A
What are
what?
the odds of that?
And again, all this comes from Stephanie. Guys, go follow
That's
her. She's a
hilarious.
phenomenal attorney in New York where this is actually happening.
Wow.
Let's hear it in the comments. If there's still an Olivia defender out there, I want to hear from you. Because y'all are still sliding in my DMs. That's the only place y'all are. I'm not seeing y'all comments. Y'all are like in my DMs like, I'm a terrible person. No, I'm just bringing the facts.
She saw her opportunity for internet attention, and she got it, technically. She got her internet attention, but is it worth that? Because that seems like a very serious crime. If I were to film, let's say I were to film a naked woman in her house and then disseminate it all over the internet, I would rightfully be called a creep, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I? If I filmed a woman against without her knowledge, naked, in her house, not like walking down the street butt ass naked, in her house, without her knowledge or consent, and then posted it all over the internet, that would be a crime. And people have gone to jail, steel toe. People have gone to jail for that. So you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
This is ridiculous. Okay, good night.
Pretty much ruined a guy's life for her own social media likes. I mean, ruined is a load. I don't know if it ruined his life, but it's definitely not the best look.
Me instead. You cry to me instead. You want to crash out? You want to get mad? Cry to me instead. That way I can use you for content. I love this
They
story.
just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job. That was my only way to make money to pay.
Was this the chick? Is this her? What do you want the police to do? That you lost your job. What do you want the police to do? You committed a crime. This has to be for internet clout. This is the only thing I could understand it being is internet clout.
My bills.
This TikTok DoorDash driver just went from viral victim to felony defendant after she came online.
Violent victim to felony defendant. Oh, wow. How does that happen?
Saying that she was essayed on the job, and now she's facing years in prison for the video that she posted herself.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. The DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. Their front door was wide open. Their lights were on. They were sleeping on the couch within...
Wide open, was it? Wide open? Or was it not wide open? It really doesn't matter.
eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear
We
pulled
saw
down to
this
their
before.
ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me.
Well, as it turns out, that's not exactly what happened. If you need a perfect
it's too
example
bad,
of how fast
huh?
a viral victim story can flip upside
Farrell says the eyebrows aren't helping your face situation, my dear. No, they maybe she's just surprised. I can't believe this happened to me. Because they're way up here. They're way up here.
down, this is it. Because this video was posted in mid-October by Olivia.
By the way, this girl that did this.
Look at them. They're fucking. I'm sorry. Look at them. It's like this. The whole thing is not great. And this is her. She's like, I'm putting on makeup before I'm doing this TikTok because it's gonna blow up, right? It's gonna blow up. And then this is. She looked in the mirror and she was like, "Yep, I'm ready." Look, I'm not a makeup expert or anything like that, so I can't judge. Look how many fucking streamers on. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the future. Doesn't it suck? Doesn't it absolutely suck? Everyone's here. Great. Nice seeing you guys. Fuck, man, I hate the future.
This is the kind of stuff that makes people not believe girls that come out with stories of sexual assault is disgusting, weird parasites like this. Like, this girl was made to dig potatoes out of the ground, and
yeah, he's right. That is Irish potato farmer physiognomy if I've ever seen it. 100%. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, what is with the cheekbones? Is this contouring? Did you show those? What is this going on here? What is with the cheekbones? What is this?
Fucking not even know how to read. And it is a true...
Metal says, dude, I was just telling my wife about this retard. I hope she gets put on sex offender list. Does it matter if a girl's on a sex offender list? Does that matter? Like a man being on a sex offender list, yeah, that's going to seriously screw his life up, right? And a lot of times it's like for pissing in public when he's drunk or something. It's not even like sexually oriented. He's just drunk. But if a girl's on a sex offender list, does it matter at all? Does anybody even say anything about that? No. Oh, hey, Farrell, thanks. $10. I hate to break it to you, my dude. This isn't the future. This is the fucking now. I know.
crime against humanity that she was given a computer. It's like giving a monkey an AK-47. You're not helping the monkey.
You're not helping the monkey, dude. I mean, like, is he talking about phones? Like, women should not have phones at all. I don't think they should be able to talk to each other without a man's consent whatsoever. Not even a little bit. Jess, babe, honey, honey. It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell her later that she cannot talk to her mom or talk to her friends without telling me first. And she has to tell me everything that she is going to tell them, a full transcript, and I will okay it or I will not okay it. That's the plan from now on. Honey, babe, she'll get it.
Henderson.
Oh, hey, Thought. How you doing, Thought? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. You good?
IRL Monster Hideout on TikTok, and she went viral.
Just the way it is.
Oh. Thought says it hasn't affected my life drastically. Thoughts on the sex offender registry. I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised. You're not allowed to talk to other women without my okay from now on, okay? That sounds good. Okay. Love you.
A DoorDash driver who claimed that she was essayed on the job. And now, as of last week,
Thought says, hell yeah, I just got back from vacay. Oh, that's cool. Where'd you go?
She's been arrested, charged with 2 felonies, and could be facing years in prison. And depending on who you ask, she's either a woman who reported a traumatic...
Feral Pigeon says, my poor husband just has to deal with the aftermath of what I say and do. We all do. Not for you specifically, but the wives. We all do. I get dragged into internet fights that I had nothing to do with on like mom Twitter. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in this now. Okay. But I will fight like hell. I will fight. I don't give a shit. You know, my wife's all like, these people, you need to be in on this fight. I'm like, fucking tap me in. I am in. Okay? I'm ready. Let me at him. Because I am willing to fight.
Event, or someone who turned a drunk sleeping customer into content and then
Thought says I'm not really, but I almost was. Fun fact, public sex, while a popular fetish, is not appreciated by everyone. I'm going to go ahead and spread the rumor that you are on the sex offender registry, and there was nothing you can do to refute that.
lied about it for clout.
Well, she obviously lied about it.
Doesn't matter if it's true or not. I'm going to start an internet rumor that you are an SO. And no one will give a shit, honestly. It's like, oh, great. Oh, great. It's like, who cares? If I went and told everybody on Daywave, oh, did you know Thought is a sex offender? They'd be like, well, yeah. Not even knowing. Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, that tracks. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. Now, if I said any other guy, like Mr. Blue is a sex offender, they'd be like, well, yeah, that tracks too. But like, it would be different. Mr. Blue is a sex offender. Despite's definitely a sex offender.
Like, yeah.
He hangs out in parks and stuff and watches people. Tell them that's not true, Despite.
And DoorDash did ban the customer, and then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. They didn't even provide.
If I was DoorDash, I would have done that exact same thing. I would have said, oh, okay, this is a problem. All right, everybody involved is banned. Everybody's fired. Everybody's banned.
Me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal.
Go to
DoorDash
Uber
deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter. And TikTok is currently
exposing my assaulter. This bitch is insane. She's insane. She's crazy. This is crazy. She's a crazy person. She's crazy. That's it. This is it. That's all. She's crazy. She came and the wrong guy, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, being naked in his own house, innocently, and then she's like, I'm going to make this about me. Congratulations, you fucking foot-faced bitch.
punishing me for exposing my story.
Despite says I get paid to do it too. I don't know what weird creep pays you to watch people in the park and like touch yourself.
Really hope she gets sent to jail. I think
she does have dead eyes. You can always tell the crazy ones from like the eyes. There is a lot to be gathered from the eyes, from somebody's eyes, especially fucking high eyebrows over here. But like, let's ignore the eyebrows. Let's ignore her eyebrows. There is a certain soulfulness. There is a certain look of intelligence that people have that you can gain just from their eyes. Like, have you ever looked at somebody's eyes and been like, whoa, I've not heard a word that man over there has said, but I can tell he is fucking stupid. It is just the eyes. It might be nothing else. He could be wearing a suit and nice hair and stuff like that. But you look in his eyes and you're like, there is nothing going on behind those. It's empty. It's vacant. It's a clear blue sky without clouds. It is amazing how much you can gather just by looking at somebody's eyes. Now, these eyes, wait.
Ability of that is so low, but hopefully all the court fees and everything like that will be enough of a punishment. I can't wait to see this get worse.
I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing.
Yeah, crazy eyes. She got the crazy eyes. A lot of times when you can tell somebody's crazy is if they'll have the Japanese call them senpaku eyes. When you can see the sclera both on top and the bottom of their iris, like that. Obviously, it's a very crazy look, but it's not. Also, if you see the bottom of their eyes, like a lot, But there's definitely crazy eyes. These are crazy eyes.
Doing nothing. I was assaulted. I lost my job. I'm the victim.
Yeesh. So
Yeah, true.
Yeesh.
this whole thing just starts back in October 20th in Oswego, New York. Olivia
Feral Pigeon says, most people have a light behind people who still possess their souls, but I can in no way ignore those fucking eyebrows. Feral, stay with me. Stay with. She's like, the eyebrows, I can't get past them. They're just too much. And I get you, bitch. I'm with you. Okay. They are pretty distracting.
was delivering an order for DoorDash, and according to her, the customer had
Shimo says, Sulk Senpai. And I do notice you.
asked for the food to be left at the front door.
Ooh.
She said that she walked up to the house and
Brittany Venti, that fish-eyed wig on a broom. That's the mulatto chick, isn't it? Mulatto people have a much higher instance of schizophrenia. I'm just letting you know. That's a fact. They're much more likely to be schizophrenic. That's just a fact. I'm just letting you know.
found the front door wide open, lights on, and the customer lying on his couch with his pants and underwear pulled down to his ankles. She described him as fully exposed and said that she'd been put in danger simply by doing her job. Now, obviously, that's not an ideal situation to witness on the job, but it could also be...
That's one way.
Thought says you add Adderall to that mix and you got a bitch with time and energy to fake sexual assault. TikTok thread. I don't think it's Adderall. It could be Adderall, but I think this is probably more like it could be more. Maybe it's not SSRIs. I think it might. I think we're dealing with just pure crazy, just pure untreated crazy. I feel like Adderall would make her quieter, but I think she's just crazy.
Way to say it?
Explained as a guy who got super
Hey,
drunk,
Jameson.
ordered some Wendy's, and then passed out before it got there. Not a great look, but
I mean,
don't-
if I was DoorDash and I had a person report that a guy did that, I'd ban the guy too.
Farrell says, "Ah, shit, John just called me bitch. 2 snaps and a twist."
Like, I don't think DoorDash did anything wrong. Like, because, again, like, you don't know whether she opened the door or not. Like, basically, like, it was kind of dumb that he...
Thought says, I used to clean houses and I had this guy who wanted me to clean and then accidentally walked in on him jerking off. And I was like, no, what? No. Look, if that happened, there's no way he was like, oh, I forgot the cleaners were here and I just had to rub one out. No, that was a trap. That was a trap. Oh, no. And he like, you want to finish this one off for me? I mean, if there are other people in my house, there's no fucking way I'm jerking off. There's no fucking way. If there are other people in my house, there is no fucking way I'm jerking off. That's insane. That is insane, dude. You can't wait 20 minutes. Oh, I totally forgot with all the vacuuming sounds.
He did that. But if the door wasn't open, then she is 100% in the wrong. And if the door was open, she's only 90% in the wrong.
I think it's illegal to do that, especially because he was in his own house and he wanted the order at his front door.
Yeah.
But more on that later. So in her first series of videos, she told the story with the tone of someone who was still shaking from what happened. She said everything was caught on camera. She also said that she didn't want this to happen to any other women, which is why she came forward with this story on TikTok. And with the video, she also reported this to DoorDash and the police. And her initial post grabbed more than 20.
Mr. Blue says you only do that if you're wanting a weird porn scenario to happen. Exactly. You want a weird porn thing to happen. And so you're like, I'm gonna jerk off, and then she's gonna stumble in, and then it's gonna be on from there because she won't be able to handle herself. It's a weird thing to happen. It's a weird thing to happen. That's a weird tactic. Right? Like you're trying to get laid, and then you're like, I know what I'm gonna do. So you're gonna come in here in a minute. I'm gonna be spread eagle on my bed, just whamming at it. Fucking eye contact. I'm sorry. I just in my head. You're crazy. If I was there, I'd be like, bro, this is not going to work. I promise you, this is a bad idea. But like all those voices in his head, he just ignored them. He was just like, nah, this shit's gonna work.
22 million views for a
That's
brief
fucking
moment, and
wild,
TikTok
dude.
seemed ready to rally around her.
Oh.
But that didn't last long, because within days, TikTok removed her video
That's
for violating
wild.
community guidelines, and the talk around her started changing.
There you go.
Because she posted more videos saying that TikTok kept trying to silence her. And then she said that DoorDash fired her for reporting an incident, and she said the police were punished.
I can't wait because this is the beginning. This is what I think is funny. This is the beginning of her spiral.
Oh yeah.
She might not know it yet, but this is the beginning of the end.
Oh, he is so right. He's so right. Oh my God, he is so right. He's so right. Yeah, she's gonna go fucking crazy. Maybe she's gonna go on some like shows where she can get interviewed and stuff like that. She's gonna try to get that whole Haley Welch money, right? But like, this is not the way to do it. This is not the ruining a man's life for doing nothing. Oh my God. She's going to get punished for this in a way that she does not anticipate because again, she's a girl and she thinks she can get away with literally anything, and she feels like men are expendable and that she can just throw them away as she sees fit. This is an opportunity that she took, and she's expecting to get famous, and it doesn't matter what happens to him or his life. Evil. This is evil, right? And like, yeah, she's crazy, but on top of that, she's also evil.
Her instead of helping her. So
Yep.
see, that seems odd when 3 entities are suddenly going against her at once.
So everybody thinks that she's retarded. The police think she's retarded. DoorDash thinks she's retarded. TikTok thinks she's retarded. Huh.
What's going on? One of the biggest
Wow.
points in chaos of this entire story is the debate over whether Olivia actually walked up to an already open door or pushed it open herself. In the first video, she insisted the door was actually wide open when she arrived, meaning the guy on purpose left his door open for her. Thus, as she claims, he left himself exposed for her to see. But pretty fast.
Okay. So I have to like raid, and I'm gonna raid you guys. I'm gonna raid you guys to this guy Decoy. And I actually watch his stuff sometimes. He actually does pretty good stuff. But thanks for coming. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good evening and all that shit. Be cool with each other, and thanks for the donos. I appreciate that. I really do. I know it's the holiday season, and you have to save money for your people, and I appreciate that. You consider me one of your people, so thank you very much. Anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, and we're gonna have more laughs, and we're gonna talk about some more stuff and see where it goes. And Thought will be there, and she'll be on the sex offender list, and despite, I don't know, he's gonna be jerking off in a park or something like that. And Mr. Blue, well, Mr. Blue's just gonna be Mr. Blue. Anyways, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves, because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Time talking about